guys, it's Nikki here. So first I want to start off with saying that I'm gonna do a little story time telling you guys how we got robbed. It's a huge case. They were finishing homicide cases before us. The most important stuff went ahead. Obviously they take care of that first, and it's still not taken care of. We got postponed again and we have to go back in December, I believe. But first I want to go off by saying, you guys might see that I'm shy in some of the vlogs, and I'm like sitting there like thinking like what to say, and I'm sitting there like thinking. You can clearly tell that I'm thinking, but I'm not gonna pay attention to anybody who comments on that or anything. I'm just gonna say that yes, I still am camera shy. There's many times that I'm camera shy, and I won't deny that. I'm gonna admit it. There's many times where I'm just, there's not even no reason to be shy. That's just me. I have I've been shy all my life, and there's times where I just get stage fright. There's times where I don't want that whole attention all on me. I'm not one to like sit and dwell and take all the attention. No, I don't. That's not me. I don't think I'm all that. I'm not that type of person, and I'm just a shy person, and I think that's about it. I'm just me, and I will constantly always be me. But anyway, aside from that, I just wanted to put that out there. I appreciate all the support that you guys give me and my husband and my family. I appreciate it so much. You guys mean a lot to us. We love you guys, and we appreciate all the endlessly support. I cannot thank you guys enough, because without you guys, we wouldn't be this far. We just reached 27K today, and that's so awesome. You guys are amazing, and it can go on and on and on and on about this. And anyway, aside from those, I just wanted to put those out there, and let's get on to this storytelling. Okay, where should we start? I'm gonna try to lay it down, every detail for you guys. It happened last year. We were selling phones, trying to sell our iPhone 7s, because we were trying to get those pluses, you know, when the iPhones came out. We're not no Apple sheep, but we love our iPhones and that blue text. But yeah, it started around September last year when the iPhones came out, September, and we were trying to sell them to get the iPhone 7 pluses, and we met up with people. I think we had one phone left, and that was the phone that we needed to sell, and we were kind of like rushing to sell it. We were like, we need to sell this phone. I want the 7 Plus. And excuse me if you can kind of tell that I'm a little anxious. I almost got the flu yesterday. Isaac is sick. He's been sick in bed all day yesterday and all day today. He has the flu, and I hope that we don't get it. We had a little symptoms, and yesterday I was just so out of it. My head was pounding. I felt really anxious and shaky. Like now I feel cold, and like almost like the chills, and then the fever is like up and down, back and forth. Isaac always gets the worst of it, and he's been in bed ever since. But I promised you guys I would get this video up to you, and that's what I'm going to do. Keep my promise. I always make sure to do that, both of us, Isaac and I. If we promise something, we gotta make sure that we keep our promise, and at the end of the day, we will always make sure that we get that done. But anyway, if you notice that I'm kind of anxious, that's why it's like, I don't have a fever, but I have the chills right now, and sometimes I feel hot, sometimes I feel cold. It's annoying. I'm just trying so hard to help my body fight it off and help Isaac get the rest that he needs, and he's in the bath right now. He's getting his Rev Run bath, his daily Rev Run bath. Okay, but if you notice that, that's why. And that's how it all started. We needed to sell that phone. We were in our van, me, my whole family, Isaac, the kids were in the back. I was driving at the time. Isaac was in the passenger side. Justin was behind me, sitting in the back seat, and then the kids were in the back as well. And it was suspicious from the start. Oh my God, we knew better. We knew that something was up, because when we first got there, first it wasn't even a public place, and we always make sure when we meet somewhere that it's always a public place. every single time. We always make sure, and we're like, you know what, let's just see how this goes. We were trying to believe that everything was going to be okay, and like just not worry too much about like anything bad happening. So we were just trying to keep good spirits and that nothing was going to happen. And it was suspicious, one thing after another. First, it took him a half hour to get there, the address where we were supposed to meet, and he wasn't smart at all. I'm not going to say no names. It's freedom of speech. I'm not going to say no names. I know the law, but I still won't say any names. You guys probably can go look that up. Anyway, besides that point, it was just suspicious from the start. It took him a half hour to get there, and I'm trying to remember every detail. It took him a half hour to get there. Not only that, but his sister showed up, was walking. It was oh my god, it was just a mess from the beginning. His sister, apparently his sister, was the one that was walking up and down the street, and we were like, who is that? Why is she walking? That's a little weird. Why is she like scoping us out, walking up and down the street? And we were just like weirded out by that. And here he comes half hour later, and he was like in a rush. He was just a mess. He was in a rush, saying like, oh, I just got back from work, I'm on my lunch break right now. And he was just like, dude, calm down. Seriously, calm down. We were like, and he asked to get in back of the seat. Oh my god, God knows what could have went down. It could have been way worse. Oh my goodness. But he asked to get in the back seat, and thank goodness my kids were there. Not thank goodness that they were there, but there was no seats available for him to get in the back, and knowing us, we probably would have been, oh yeah, that's okay, you can hop in and check out the phone really quick. We'll be nice and let you hop in the car and check out the phone really quick. Because sometimes they do that, and they say if it's cold outside or if it's extremely hot, if we're meeting up with somebody, we let them come and check the phone out and sit in the seat for 5 minutes or whatever, how long it takes. And if the kids weren't in there, we probably would have let him come in, and that would have probably been uglier for us. But as soon as I showed him the phone, because I was driving, and I usually, when we sell things like this, or when I'm running errands or something, or I need to get something taken care of, because Isaac works and I usually take care of everything else, top to bottom, the house top to bottom, cleaning everything, cooking, organizing, whatever, you name it. And I usually run the errands too, so I'm usually the one that meets these people and sells things. If we need to sell something on OfferUp or Craigslist, you know, those websites that you can, and apps that you can sell stuff. And I was driving at the time, and I went to hold the phone like this. The window was down about halfway, and I was sitting in the driver's seat, and I was like, he walks up, he was in a rush like I said, and I held up the phone like this. I said, see, it's brand new, just to prove that we weren't lying, that it's a brand new phone. We're just trying to sell the 7 so we can get the 7 Plus. And I hold up the phone like this. Keep in mind, I was still in the car. The window was right here, and I'm still in the car. He reaches in the car and grabs it out of my hands, and as soon as he grabs it out of my hands, he takes off running in the bushes on the other side of the van, and he shouts out like, good looks. And we were so shocked. Isaac and I, Justin, the kids were asleep, thank goodness. I think Isaac was the only one that was up, but he was about to fall asleep too. And my heart was pounding. I was so mad. Isaac was so mad, but we were still shocked. Like, we couldn't believe that happened. And then we were like, you know what, fuck. Excuse my language. We should have known better, because it was suspicious from the start. We knew that something was up. We knew that something wasn't right. We knew that meeting at a non-public place wasn't right. But he was not smart at all. He's a fucking idiot. He sat there and freaking had the audacity to make us drive up to across the street from his damn mother's house. Like, at least if you're gonna try to do something like this, at least be smart about it. Cover up your tracks. But no. And as soon as he didn't do any of that. He didn't cover up his tracks. He was a completely fucking idiot. He did not cover up his tracks. It was just a mess. And we caught him. I told him as soon as it was on the OfferUp app. As soon as he ran away, I messaged him as soon as possible, and I said, you're not going to get away with this. I said, I will find you and we will get this taken care of and we will get our phone back. And as soon as he's seen that, he deletes his OfferUp, he takes his page down, and then he makes another one. And he tries to do this to another kid and take his phone and sell his phone. But I'll get on to that later on in the story. But as soon as that happened, I messaged him, and then I called the cops immediately, and I found his Facebook. The same name, here's another track that he didn't cover up, the same name that he had on OfferUp, his OfferUp was connected to his Facebook, so I had to just go look at that same profile picture and then find the same name. And I pulled it up in like 2 minutes. I found it on Facebook, we called the cops came, the cops found out that that person the house that he came from way down the street when he first walked up, kind of told the cops that his mom lives right across from us where we were parked, which was the funny thing about it, because and then here comes mommy coming outside all upset. She's just heated. She's gonna try to reach him and so we could get our phone back. Like, that's fucked up. You took our phone. Why can't you go get a job or something and use... It's just pathetic. It's so fucking lame. He just made himself look so bad, and his mommy was so upset. His mommy. I say mommy because I don't even think he has his own place. He's just... I think he's older than us too. So mommy had to step in, and we got her number down. The cops took her number down. They wrote a report on it, and the cops were on it like that. They handled it perfectly. And I believe his mother got in contact with him, and the cops were involved, and he didn't want to go back to jail or whatever, because he's just, that's how he lives his life. I don't know him that well, but from the looks of it, what it seems like, he doesn't want to go back to jail. His mom commented that, the cops commented that, and he excuse me, he, like, was it a few weeks later or a month later, he turned the phone into his mom, and the mom turned the phone over to the police, and that's how we got our phone back. The police called us, the same police officer that we were working with, the one that I called, and the one that handled it perfectly from the very start, and we're still going on. This case is still going on to this day. It's rescheduled until December. And he called us down to the police station. We got our phone back. It was flawless. Nothing was wrong with it. The only thing that we had trouble with was the pin, but there's videos on there you can go and unlock the pin yourself if you want to get past that. And that's exactly what we did. We got past it. We sold the phone. Everything worked out, and here we are. He got caught, and we got the phone back, and we posted up to sell again, and we got stinged because the phone was exactly the same as the freaking teenager boy. The same guy that robbed us robbed him. Isn't that a whole fucking coincidence? He robbed the same kid, and the kid thought it was us because we had the same phone. It wasn't the same phone, but it was the same 7, the same box, everything. There was a dent on this. It was a coincidence. Oh my god. From the start. And from every detail, coincidence. There's a little dent there. They typed in the IMEI number. They typed that in. It wasn't the same phone, and that was undercover police that I met up with trying to sell the phone, and it was a sting. He questioned us. He wrote a report on that, and I'm like, listen, I did not steal this phone. We just got, and then I told him the whole story that we just got robbed, and turns out it was the same guy. We both got robbed by the same guy, and he's gonna press charges, the little kid. I felt bad for him. I felt so bad for him because he's a 17-year-old. Come on, how low do you have to be to steal from a 17-year-old? And he was with his mother. That's which made it worse. He was with his mother, and I felt bad. It's probably this teenager wanted his 7+ or whatever he was selling it for, and to get I felt bad for him, and I'm glad he's pressing charges. I'm glad we are too. Nobody should get away with that bullshit. Nobody's ever gonna get away with that. And you just don't mess with the wrong people. You don't. And it was a sting he took down the report. I'm trying to remember every detail. Sorry if I keep repeating myself sometimes. What else happened? We were there at Jimmy John's. That's where we met up at. And he showed, I was like, how do I know if you're not fake? And he showed me his badge. He showed me his undercover badge and his little, but anybody can buy those little metal, you know what I mean? His little badge and his chain and his wallet, his ID. I was like, okay, you're real. And then the police officer, more police officers come and meet up with the undercover. And then they're like, found out a whole big story that it was the same guy that robbed both of us, and we're both pressing charges, and that's how he got caught. We showed him the pictures on Facebook that I found, his Facebook, his pictures, his name. Supposedly he does music. It was the same guy. He's short, and the kid, I'm glad the kid was there to help us back each other up, because it was almost an identity issue. He was trying to hide his identity on OfferUp. So first of all, if you're trying to hide your identity, you don't link your Facebook, your real name and your Facebook to your freaking OfferUp. That was the first mistake. You don't do that. And then after that, we got papers in the mail, and the cop asked us if he wanted to press charges, and we're like, at first we were just gonna let it go. We've never got robbed before. This is the first time that we ever got robbed, and we're just gonna let it go. But now we're like, the kid's pressing charges, we should too. We're gonna press charges. Like, that's fucked up. You don't steal from us. You don't rob us and then think you can get away with it. We got our phone back, yeah, that was good, but you don't. He needs to learn his lesson, because he's going and doing this to many people. Us two weren't the only ones. He has those 2 cases from stealing our phone, robbery for our phone, robbery for the kid's phone, and he has 2 other cases, which we found out yesterday, and back when this first went down, drug cases and using counterfeit money. And those are felonies. Those are huge felonies, and he's gonna be probably going down to prison for this, and it doesn't look good now. He wanted to run away and say good looks. Well, it's not good luck now. It's really not. And 4 freaking cases, that's bad. What did I say? 2 phones for the robberies. 2 robberies for our phones. And then, oh, and he was there too, the kid was there at the courthouse the other day with me and Justin. And the reason why Justin was there is because it was his phone. We were selling his phone at the moment. I was just the one that happened to be driving. I was the one that handed it over. Like, not handed it over, but held it up to show him that it was real and it was still brand new in the wrapper, in the package, everything, in the box, everything. It was still brand new. I was just the one. That's why we're both, because I was the one that he took it from, and Justin, it was his phone. So that's why both of us had to be at the courthouse the day before yesterday. What, was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday morning. We were there for 5 hours. And they took care of the homicide, the big cases first, and then it was taking too long, so they had to postpone it, and we have to go back in December. But yes, he's getting charged for, he has 4 cases, and he might be going to prison for years. And the bad thing about it is he has a daughter that's only like 1 year old. This guy has a daughter that's 1 year old, and goodness, stuff like that isn't worth it. You can get a job, you can find jobs that you love that pay way more than freaking selling a $700-800 phone. $700-800 phone, using counterfeit money, stealing from a 17-year-old. It's just not worth it, guys. You guys, people like that are idiots. You don't sit there and risk your life over something so stupid. Like, these people are stupid. Come on, man. But it was just, he was an idiot from the start. He wasn't smart at all. He didn't cover, we found him like that. He didn't cover up his tracks. He's a freaking idiot. Good looks now. But I think that's about it. There was, sorry, I almost keep dropping the phone. I'm not using a selfie stick right now because I hate using those. I hate attaching it and then just holding it. I have to get used to that. But that's pretty much the whole story. we didn't want to let him get away with it. We're pressing charges, and the bad thing about it is, which I'm really starting to hate selling stuff online. I'm really starting to hate it, especially the horror stories that happened on Craigslist. What was it? I think it was Colorado. I don't remember the area correctly, but the lady that went to go, she was pregnant, and she went to go meet up with somebody who was selling clothes, and she went to their house, and they cut her baby out her stomach, and she was laying in the bathtub, like bleeding so much, and her baby died. The baby could have survived. It was just so sad. That's a fucking bad horror story, and those are reasons why I'm starting to hate stuff, meeting people and selling stuff online, because of those reasons. You can't trust anyone. You don't know what type of people you're going to meet. You really can't trust anyone anymore, and that's the sad thing about it. The shootings, the robberies, the everything. And I'm just really starting to hate selling stuff. If I sell something, I want my family, not my kids. I want Isaac to be there with me. And most of the time when I'm running errands, it is me and the kids. It's me and the kids, and we go run errands, and I drop that off or meet somebody really quick if we need to sell something. We're selling clothes, giving them away for free, or phones, electronics, anything that we may be selling. And it almost happened again. I'll tell this too. This is a separate story. This was more recent. Excuse me. This was more recent. This was about last month. Yeah, this was last month. It almost happened again. It happened in Pittsburgh area, and at first I didn't know the area too much, and Isaac was like, I could have told you from the start that was a bad area. And this person wants to meet up, and he's like, are you mobile? I said, yeah. He said, can you meet today? And I said, yeah, I can meet anytime. And he gave me the time, and I was gonna go with just me and the kids tonight because Isaac was working. I think he was doing, I think he was on the phone or something. No, he was handling something on the phone, and he was busy at the moment. And like an hour later, we're about to head out the door, and Isaac comes with us last minute. He wasn't even supposed to come with us. He just decides to come. You know, I'm done. I took care of business. I'm free now. I can come with you guys. So he just came for the ride. And thank God he came. Oh my God. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Fuck. I'm glad he came, because as soon as we got there, it was suspicious again, and I did not have a good feeling about it. I was driving. We were supposed to meet up at Shop and Save. It's a grocery store. Supermarket here in Pittsburgh area. We were supposed to meet up there. As soon as I get there, excuse me, my voice. Still trying to get rid of this cold. As soon as we meet up, he's like, come to this, it was like a vacant area. I didn't know that until Isaac looked it up. And keep in mind, I was the one driving at the moment. So we were there. I messaged him and said, we're here. Where are you at? He gave me a different address. He's like, come here. It's right down the street. Same area. Come here. And Isaac looked up the name of it. I forgot the name of it, but it was some little vacant area. And Isaac seen that as soon as he looked it up. And if he wasn't there, knowing me, think like, okay, it's just down the street. I'm just going to go ahead and go over there. I wouldn't have looked it up because I was driving. Isaac was on the passenger side. He looked it up and found that it was in a vacant area, and that could have been another whole, oh my God, it could have been a robbery again, because turns out he was in some type of gang. He had guns and stuff all over, and gang signs and gang pictures all over his Facebook. And me and the flea market, where I posted it at, on, you know, the Facebook online flea markets that you can participate in, and that's where I posted it, and that's where he came from. And he covered his tracks up immediately. As soon as I told him, okay, my husband knows where that is, we'll be there in a few minutes. And as soon as I told him my husband was with me, he blocked me and he left the group, like immediately. He left so fast. He blocked me, he deleted it, and that was just more proof that he was trying to plan something, which was probably a robbery. It was for an Xbox that we were selling, and it was probably obviously for trying to rob us again for what we were selling, and that could have been a whole nother ugly story, and God knows what could have happened. He could have pulled a gun on me with my children in the car. It just could. I'm so glad Isaac decided to come last minute, because if he didn't, oh my God, it could have been really ugly again. And I'm glad that it didn't go that far. Like, Isaac coming was like the best thing that happened, and I just hate selling stuff anymore because of that reason, and I think I'm going to stop. If I ever do sell something, it's going to be at a public place, and there's going to be cameras there, there's going to be people there. I know that's not going to stop anything bad from happening, but you get a less of a chance of that stuff happening in a public place than just like vacant areas or going to their home and stuff like that. So that's why when we sell something, we always make, and everyone knows this, you guys should always make sure when you're selling something and meeting some stranger to meet at a public place, and make sure you're always with someone. Make sure you're not alone. Make sure you're always with someone and you're at a public place. Always keep that in mind when you're trying to sell something. So from now on, I'm going to make sure that I'm with somebody, and it's always at a public place, because that could have been the second time that we got robbed in a year's time. Anyway, I just wanted to share those with you. I know I said I would. Isaac couldn't share it. He was going to be the one to share that story with you guys. But he's sick. He's still sick. He's fighting this flu. And you can kind of hear it in my voice. And I'm just shaky. I'm cold and chills and fever back and forth. Hot and cold chills. But we're fine. I'm sure we'll get past this. Isaac just started school. That's why he's bringing home all the germs and all the other kids' sickness. And he's fine though. He seems immune to it now. And now he's just bringing it home, and all of us are getting sick. This is our second time getting sick in 2 months' time, but hopefully we're immune to it soon, and that we can just be healthy again and not be sick anymore, because this is annoying. It might be mild, it still makes you feel like shit. It still makes you feel tired. As you can see, I look like a hot mess right now. I'm tired, don't mind that. And my voice is a little off, a little raspy. But I promise you guys, and I told you at the end of the day, I'll always make sure to do what I promise. Eventually we'll get it done, and we'll get it up for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. It's not the best story, but I don't think I forgot anything. I hope I didn't. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, let me mention, so I did forget something actually. It's not that big of a deal, but I want to say, yesterday when we were in the courthouse, the day before yesterday, his attorney he wasn't having any control over him at all. Like, I think he just got whatever, or he didn't have no money, because obviously he was using counterfeit money. His attorney just was doing whatever, which is good on us. I know some of the law. I don't know every law, but I know most of it. Thanks to Isaac. Thanks to my husband, Isaac. But his attorney didn't have no control over him. He was just kind of doing whatever. He didn't have no control over him, or was trying to fight. I don't know what to word that. Fight for his justice, I guess, which is not an injustice at all, because he was in the wrong. So he's just kind of doing whatever, and it's bad on his part, which he's going to learn his lesson. He has to go pay the consequences now, and it's good on our part, because our attorney, our lawyer, is hands-on. He's getting every detail. We had to make sure that we knew every detail too, and he's handling it so perfect. All the information that he needs to nail him and to really get him for what he did to us and all the other people. The counterfeit money that he used, I'm not sure what he used that on, but there's other people that he tried to other people in other situations that he used the counterfeit money on. And that's a felony. That's a huge felony, along with the drug charges and all that. But that's his problem. We're just trying to have justice for the situation that we've been through, and we're winning so far. We got it. We handle it good from the start. The cops handle it perfectly. Thank goodness. Big thanks to them as well. The cops and hi Isaac. The the lawyer, everyone in this case. Untie. Oh, Isaac wants me to help him untie his shoes. He double knots them because they come undone and then he can't undo them.
Mommy.
And I'm the one who's good with knots. Untying knots because my fingers are small.
Mommy.
So, we're winning in this case and it's postponed until December. We'll keep you guys updated, but I just wanted to let you guys know that story. And if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. That was just a story that we wanted to share with you guys. We will not take any shit from anyone. We will handle it. You don't know who you're messing with. The guest fam and guest mob. You don't know who you're messing with. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. And if you guys like this story, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe and go click the bell. I think it's on the right side. Go click the notification bell to our channel to stay updated with us and to get all the latest videos and everything and keep up with us. You want to say bye?
Bye.